Now we'll start with the discussion on the activity-based costing. So activity-based costing. So before starting with the discussion on the activity-based costing, first we will understand the concept of overheads first. Then we will go with the concept of activity-based costing. So before understanding what is activity-based costing, first we will have to understand what is the overheads. So what is the overheads? Overheads are those expenditure which cannot be conveniently traced to or identified with any particular cost unit. Okay, so overhead means what? It is the, you can call it as a general expenditure in a business. These are the common expenditure. In simple terms, we are talking overheads are general expenditure. So these are the expenses which cannot be traced to a particular cost unit. Okay, like factory overheads, administration overheads, selling and distribution overheads. These are all indirect expenditure, and indirect expenditure is called as overheads. So overhead is even indirect expenditure, means which is not directly related to a product. Okay, like accounting expenses. Okay, printing and stationery. Okay, salesman's expenditure, marketing expenditure. These are all indirectly related to the product. So that's the overheads. Okay, so overheads are those expenditure which cannot be directly identified with the particular product. So overheads are very important element of cost along with the direct material and direct employees. So you might have studied the cost sheet in your lower classes. First direct material, then direct labor. Then another important element is the overheads. So these three important elements will together give the total cost of a product or services. Okay, so what is an overhead? Overhead is simple. It is the total of indirect expenses is known as overheads. Total of indirect expenses is known as what? Overheads. Clear? So classification of overheads will be factory or production overhead. Clear? So those expenditure which are related to factory, indirect expenses which are related to factory, like depreciation of machinery, maintenance of staff salary, etc., all will be part of factory overheads. Then all those expenditure, indirect expenses which are related to office and administration part will be office and administrative overheads. Accountancy expenses, audit expenses, printing and stationery expenses, etc. All this will come under office and administration overhead. And all those expenditure which are related to selling and distribution part will be covered under selling and distribution expenses. Salesman's expenditure, marketing expenditure, delivery van expenditure, delivery van depreciation, all this thing will come under selling and distribution overhead, and total of indirect expenses and overheads. Okay, if you classify overheads by nature of overheads, it will be fixed overhead, variable overhead, and semi-variable overhead. Already you might have understood this in your earlier classes. Fixed overheads are those overheads which do not change up to a particular level of activity. Okay, and variable overhead means those overhead which will keep on changing with the number of units produced. And semi-variable are specific type of overheads. It will remain fixed up to certain level, then it will change. Then it will remain fixed up to certain level, then it will change. So like that, it will become a step. So these semi-variable overheads are also called as step-up costs. Okay, particular expenditure are there, some expenditure are there which will have this behavior. So it will be constant up to certain level, then it will change, then it will again remain constant at this level, then it will change again, then it will change. So like that, it will form a step. Semi-variable overheads are also called as step-up overheads or step-up cost. Now, overheads are indirect expenses, but we have to charge overheads to the product. Okay, because without charging overheads, we cannot get the correct cost of the product. Okay, for example, let us understand. Simple example we will take. A company is producing two products, product A and product B. Now, as far as direct material and direct labor is concerned, it will be directly related to each product. Clear? It will be directly related to each product because material will be directly for each product, no? And labor will also be directly related to each product. Okay, those laborers who are working in producing product B, their expenditure will come under this part, and those laborers who was working under product A, their labor will be directly charged to product A part, and material will also be specific to each product. But there are some expenditures which will be common to both the products, like rent of a factory. Understand this properly. If a factory is there, rent will be common, no? If two sections are there in a factory, it is divided for product A and product B. But when you are paying the rent to the landlord, you will pay it common, no? No, so for example, let us take rent is 10,000 rupees for the total premises factory. But you have divided this factory into two parts for product A and product B. But rent is for the total factory. Now, how you will divide this 10,000 between A and B? It is called as apportioning of overheads. Okay, so like that, all the overhead has to be apportioned between two products, two or more products, as the case may be. So this is just one example we have taken, factory rent. Like that, accountancy department charges will be there. Accountancy department will be same for both the products, no? So that charge also you have to divide. Like that, many expenditure will be there, which will be common expenditure. How to divide that expenditure, common expenditure or indirect expenditure, is called as apportionment of overheads. Clear? It is called as what? Apportioning of overheads. Clear? So overhead means what? Overhead in traditional costing system, overheads are grouped together under cost center and then absorbed to cost. So there should be some method, no, for charging the overheads to the product. So in traditional costing, we used to calculate overhead absorption rate. If you remember, this you might have done in the lower classes, calculating the absorption rate of overhead, how to absorb the overheads. Clear? That is the total overheads divided by labor hour or machine hour. So based on this, we used to charge the overheads to each product. Okay. But there is some disadvantage of this traditional method. This is also blanket rate. Total overhead you are taking, dividing it by the labor hours, then you are allocating it to the different products. That is a different method for allocating overhead, which is also called as modern method, which is called as activity-based costing. So first, before going to that, we will first understand how you absorb overhead in traditional costing method. Traditional method, how overhead was absorbed to the product. So total overhead, for example, let us take it is 5 lakh. Common expenditure is 5 lakh rupees. Unit A, 5,000 machine hours was used during the year. And for manufacturing unit B, 15,000 machine hours was used. Okay, this is a machine hour record of which you have to calculate. For producing unit A, 5,000 hours was used in a machine, and unit B, 15,000 machine hours was used. Clear? Now, overhead absorption rate, how we will calculate? Total overhead 5 lakh divided by the total machine hours. That is 5,000 plus 15,000, 20,000 hours. So absorption rate is 25 per machine hour. So means if machine is functioning for 1 hour, overhead will be rupees 25 common expenditure. Now using this base, we can allocate this overhead to each product. Now machine is unit is taking 5,000 hours, no machine hours. So 5,000 into 25. So 1,25,000 will be charged to unit A. Okay, and unit B, 15,000 machine hours was used during the year. So 15,000 into rupees 25 will be 3,75,000. So this is a traditional method for apportioning overhead to the cost. But this method has some difficulties, or you can say drawbacks or inequalities. So because of that, new method was developed for absorbing overhead, which is called as activity-based costing. Okay. So activity-based costing is what? Modern technique for absorbing overhead to the product. Okay. So it is different from the traditional method. In traditional method, we used the which method? In traditional overhead method, we used the machine hour or the labor hours. Okay, but in activity based costing, we will use activities for apportioning overhead to the products. So it is a modern technique that assigns cost to activities. So here first we will identify activity of the company department, then we will allocate cost to the activity, then we will allocate it to the product. So let us understand how it works. It is a very simple and interesting method. So first, here we will have to identify what are the activities done by the company and what is the resources required for that activity. Okay, so we have to first list down the activities. Second, we will have to calculate the resources required for that activity. Third will be the cost for doing that activity. Based on this, we will find out the activity based rate, and based on that rate, we will allocate it to the different products. Okay, so here first we will find out the activity, then we will find out the resources required to do that activity. Third, what is the amount required for doing that activity. If these three factors are known, we can find out the activity based rate. Okay. Once activity based rate is calculated, we can use that rate to charge the overheads to the products. Charge overhead to product. Clear? So this is how you have to use the activity based costing approach for apportioning overheads. Clear? See how, what is the method for calculating overhead using activity based costing? See, identify the activity, then cost driver we will find out, then what is the resources for that activity, then we will find out the cost driver rate. So if this cost driver rate is calculated, then we can easily apportion the cost to the product. Okay, so today we'll stop here. Practical illustration on activity based costing, we will do it in the next class. Okay.